Good morning. I hope everybody is well on this Friday morning. As you've noticed, I have changed my setup a little bit. The reason for that is because my cats... Okay, so let me reframe this from the beginning. My cats are my life. I had never been a cat person before until we rescued Finnegan. And then I realized that Finnegan is probably my husband's familiar. We then rescued Pixel, and Pixel is me 100% in cat form. I am pretty sure in my next life I am coming back as Pixel specifically. Anyway, they have been sick the last few days, and so I wanted to be able to keep the door open to the office so that I could hear if they were having any problems. I could hear if they were puking. I'm sure that is the first thing that you guys want to hear about in the morning, but that's what I do. I am transparent. You can see through me. And so, with that being said, with the door being open, you also saw into my hallway, you saw into my kitchen, and I personally actually found it a little distracting. I was paying more attention to what was going on behind me than what I was actually paying attention to speaking to you about. And so I have changed my setup a little bit, and I have also started toying with the idea of focusing on adding a call-out board. So I'm gonna be, obviously I think I need to move that a little bit because it's a little bit in the way, but if you are a new follower, if you are a new Patreon, if you send tips, bits, whatever, however you sponsor the stream, you will be put on the call-out board, which I think is going to show a lot of people just the love that I have for you. Without you guys doing this, without you guys showing me that every morning, you're willing to spend your morning with me, I would not have the fulfillment that I do. So, as always, thank you. And if you're new to the stream, welcome. Thank you for choosing to spend your Friday morning with me. It sounds a little shitty outside. The wind was howling all night where I am. And so, welcome to Feedback Friday. Feedback Friday is where Feedback Friday is where I answer any questions that you guys might have that you have proposed to me throughout the week. And I kind of consolidate them all into one, kind of like an AMA, Ask Me Anything, or a Q&A, or anything like that. Any questions that I receive through the week through email, text message, or direct message are always left as a anonymous question, unless you specifically say, hey, my name is, and I would like to ask, bleh. I will always keep you anonymous because I know sometimes, people want to ask questions, but they feel nervous about it. If you are not nervous and you have any questions about maybe something we had discussed in the past week, or maybe a challenge that I proposed to you even over the last couple of days, go ahead and throw it in the chat, and maybe we'll have a bit of a discussion about it. One question that I did receive that I do want to address was, how come I don't promote myself more? And that is a really tough question to answer, because I feel that promoting myself is very high and mighty, and while I am in a business of helping people, and people don't know what they don't know, people don't know they need my services, promoting myself to target who you are and let you know what you need also feels very smarmy to me. That's why I use this hour to challenge you, to think about some of the thoughts you have, to think about, bring awareness to maybe the people you interact with on a daily basis. They're actually toxic to you, and you need to cut them out of your life in order to be more fulfilled. Maybe, I have brought awareness to your daily routines, and you realize, oh, this is why I'm grumpy all the time, because when I get up in the morning, I'm already starting off on a negative attitude. And so watching this instead of the news, or just learning how to hold yourself healthy accountability is a huge step. And maybe setting the SMART goals last week allowed you to realize that maybe something is holding you back that you didn't realize. Maybe once you realize that there's something limiting you and so there's something holding you back, you're going to reach out to me so we can get rid of that limiting belief, that limiting decision. This morning while I was playing my stupid mobile games and thinking about how I was going to address this question, I kind of thought of it like a car dealership. You go to a car dealership to get a new car because you need that car. You need those four wheels and an engine. And you pay an investment in said car so that it's going to last you several years. And you don't go back to that car dealership, every week. Maybe you go back to that dealership once a year just for a regular checkup. Maybe you go back to that dealership because there's a recall. Maybe you go back to that dealership because there is something minor that you need fixed. But you have invested in something that you feel is going to last you several years. I do that with mental health. As a transformational life coach, you are looking for change. You are looking to make a positive change in your life. You are looking to achieve a dream that you're going to turn into a goal. You are going to invest in yourself. And you don't want to come back to me every week for an hour for ridiculous amounts of money. You want to invest in yourself to make a rapid, positive change that is meaningful and it is long lasting. Maybe you come back because there's another change you want to make, and because I helped you the first time, we built trust, we built a rapport, and I helped you the first time, I can help you the second time. And because you and I have such a great rapport, you are going to recommend me to your family and friends. Because when it comes to mental health, you need to have trust. You need to have the ability to open up and find those things that make you uncomfortable. You need to be willing to talk about it. And in order to do that, you also need to find somebody that you don't feel judged. You don't feel like they are calling you names in the background, that they are not thinking of you in a different light. Someone that you can open up to and they ask you, how's that a problem? And you can sit there and you can say, it's a problem because I feel that society is making me do this, that, and the other. How's that a problem? Because I am holding myself accountable for the me that society has created. How is that a problem? Because I am holding myself accountable to the me that society has created, and I am not being my authentic self. I have helped several people, just scratch the surface of their authenticity, and they have been happier for it. I consider myself kind of like a car dealer, where you shop around for you should let's be honest. You shop around for mental health help. The first person you meet may not click with you. You may not get along with the clinical psychologist that the Ontario Health Benefits have given you. And you're not going to get anything out of it. And so you're going to call somebody else until you find somebody who's right for you. And I am just one member of a huge network of transformational life coaches. I know somebody who that I can hook you up with. If you want more yoga infused, you want more breathing techniques, you want to make a positive change in your life while melding it with more of a yogi lifestyle, amazing. I know exactly who I can hook you up with. If you are more of a spiritual aspect, you are an untethered spirit having a human experience opposed to a human having a spiritual experience, I know somebody who specializes in tarot readings that I can hook you up with. We are a close-knit network of cohorts that are friends, that are family, that just because I have the skills and the tools to help you, I also know that if I can't give you the investment and the return on your investment that you're looking for, I will be able to hook you up with somebody that will. And I'm not saying it's, you reach out to me and you say, I am a yogi and I am a dedicated yogi and that is the lifestyle that I lead and I would like to find transformational coaching that matches my yogi lifestyle. Amazing. I'm not going to just ditch you and say, perfect, I'm going to hook you up with X and, let me know how things go. I will be the middleman and I will help you out and I will say, okay, I am going to book a meeting between you, myself, and my cohort, and we are going to meet and we are going to discuss how we can help you. And maybe it turns into just you and my cohort, or maybe it becomes I help you on certain aspects and my friend helps you on certain aspects. And that way you know that you're getting the return on your investment. I understand that helping yourself is the hardest thing we do. We are always there to jump in feet first to help somebody out, even if they don't even ask for it. If someone says, I want to be a ballerina, cool. I want to be a ballerina, but I'm 45 years old. Oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure I heard about a retired ballet troupe that is looking for more people for their corps. Let me find the article for you and I'll help you out. I am working on a paper for school. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what is the best font for this paper for school. Oh, well what you need to do is you need to go through Trebuchet, MS Works, or Arial Acrobat, or they'll start spewing. Even when people don't ask for help, we instinctively give them help, even if they don't ask for it, even if we don't have the context, because that's what we do. We want to help. And so when it comes to helping ourselves, it is the hardest thing because it takes us out of our comfort zone. I know this from experience because I have been exactly where you are. And I know you know who I'm talking to. The person who has the unconventional schedule. The person who doesn't work the 9 to 5. You work a 7 to 3, an 8 to 4, an 11 to 7, a 12 to 6. You don't have scheduled days off. You take a day off, but then you get called into work with the understanding you're going to get another day off later on. You work 8, maybe 9, 10, 11 hours for somebody else. You come home, you then work for your family. And when I say work for your family, I mean you take off your paid hat and you put on your family hat. Where you're a father, a mother, a brother, sister, lover, partner, spouse. And you spend your day, whether it be your afternoon, your evening, your morning, helping your partner, lover, spouse, listening to them, helping them get through whatever it is that they're going through. And maybe they help you in return because it's a partnership. You're not in it solo. But when it really comes down to it, you don't want to bother somebody because what you're going through isn't as important as what your friends are going through. When you sit there and you think, I really need to talk to somebody about insert problem here, that little voice in your head says, that's not a problem. Because if there's other people out there that have bigger problems than you, if it was a problem, you wouldn't have let it get this far. And you instantly start talking yourself down. And when someone says, hey, how you doing? Your brain is about to say, I'm having a really bad day. But then you start going through all of the different scenarios. As soon as you say, I'm having a really bad day, that person's going to say, my day is worse. And they're going to fluff you off. If you say, I'm having a really bad day, that person's going to say, oh, well, just think positive thoughts and it'll be fine. And they make you feel invalidated. If you say, I'm having a really bad day, and that person says, oh, I was having a bad day the other day, and they make you feel that your bad day isn't as bad. And so therefore you shouldn't be having a bad day. You skip all of that and you say, I'm good, how are you? Because it's easier to deflect your own feelings and thoughts and emotions than it is to ask somebody for help. I know that. And that's why I also understand that when I say, it's a return on your investment, you look at those self-help courses that you pay thousands of dollars for, and you're like, I'm being told what I already know just by somebody else? Kinda? Yeah. But you know what? I also know that if I am going to invest in myself, I want to know the return on my investment. I want to know, hey, if I'm going to pay you $1,000 to help me quit smoking, is it going to work? I helped someone quit smoking for $1,000 in 8 hours across 3 weeks. Now, that sounds really expensive. It does sound expensive. But if you do the math, which I'm not going to do because it's super early, I think it breaks down to like $25 an hour. Okay. So, if a pack of smokes is $19 a pack, and you're smoking a pack a day, the return on your investment, as soon as you quit, you're going to get all that money back within 2 weeks, if not sooner. If you're going to invest in yourself, you need to know that you're going to have rapid, meaningful results. And I have worked with people that they've said, after 2 hours of hanging out with you and just working with you, I feel more motivated than I have in 6 weeks. I have people calling me that just say, hey, can I have a conversation because talking with you makes me feel motivated, it clears my head, and it makes me feel better. Awesome. And so how do I get by with people just randomly calling me out of the blue? If you want that kind of support, you can join my Patreon. There's 3 levels of Patreon that you can join. And I liken my Patreon to that stepping stone. You don't know if transformational coaching is what you need. So you invest $10 for the first month, and you see all the exclusive content that the Patreons have access to. You realize, oh shit, this is actually kind of cool. So maybe I'll skip up to the next tier, which gives you access and VIP tickets to all of the programs that I run. And I'll get into that in a moment. And maybe you realize, oh wow, this is fucking amazing. Hey friend, join this Patreon, because you get a lot of content and you get a lot of self-help for very little money, but it's consistent. And then maybe you need a bigger picture. Maybe you need bigger help. So you book that first meeting with me. And then you know that the rapid, meaningful results that you're going to get is not smoke and mirrors blown up your ass. And it's not going to be a long-term investment of 1 hour every week for the next 7 years. It's a timeline. This is going to be an oxymoron. I don't want returning clients. The same as a car dealership doesn't. They want returning clients, but they don't want returning clients every week. I want you to come to hang out with me to receive a meaningful change and meaningful results, and then maybe not see or hear from you for 2 years. And then suddenly you come back and you say, hey, you helped me when I was going through this, and now I want to do this. And because you and I have such an amazing rapport, I want you to help me again. Awesome. Different problem, different project, different timeline. The word of mouth, because trust, when it comes to mental health, trust is something that you can't pretend. If you know somebody who's going through a hard time, hey, you know what? This person helped me and they are effing amazing. Try them out. That's what I do. I don't promote myself with those, if you want to make a meaningful change in your life, give me $5,000 and in 3 months you're going to see a world of results. No. Because that's too broad. And that seems very daunting. Very daunting. What I do is I offer programs sporadically throughout the year that you can join that might be an introduction to transformational coaching that you never realized. So this is where I'm going to do my once a week pitch, you know. And again, if I've been rambling on this one question, this is the only question I've had this week, so I'm going to assume that, you know, everybody is pretty cool, pretty chill, and just, you know, is listening aptly to figure out how they can help support. January 23rd to the 27th, I'm running the Awaken Your True Self program. That program is the signature program through Avalon Empowerment. That program is what led me to find my true self. And I also know that schedules suck donkey balls. I know that sacrificing your weekend, 2 days, for 8 hours a day, 16 hours in total, you might be sacrificing the only time you have with your friends and family. And if you want to make a meaningful change in your life, you have to be going into it to say, I want to invest in myself. Not, I want to invest in myself, but I have to sacrifice my time with my family. No. So what I have done is I have made it accessible to everybody. I have made it accessible across 5 days in 3-hour blocks that is offered 3 different times in that day, because I know I worked retail for 15 years. I know that schedules, we don't live a 9 to 5 anymore. 9 to 5 doesn't exist. I understand that you may have the mornings available to you on Monday, but then on Tuesday you're doing a clopin. And I probably triggered a couple people when I say clopin. A clopin is when you close and then open the next day. You might get, you might work until midnight and then you have to be back in at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's a clopin. And so you might have Monday morning available to you, and then you have Tuesday evening, and then you have Wednesday in the afternoon, like the noon hour. And so what I have done is I have broken up the 2-day event, and I've spread it across 5 days. I am delivering it virtually, so you can do it from the comfort of your own home. You can lock yourself in your bedroom for 3 hours and just be like, go fuck yourself. I'm focusing on me for the next 3 hours. It's only 3 hours. 3 hours, I tend to find, is the limit that we have. After 3 hours, we start to get antsy and our brains start to get bored. After 3 hours, we have bubbled up so many emotions that we need to digest, we need to unpack, and we need to integrate that into our being. And 3 hours allows you to think about everything we discuss. It also allows more time for integration, because if you join me Monday morning for day 1, and then you don't join me for day 2 until the afternoon, that gives you almost 36 hours to integrate everything that you've learned. It gives you time to reach out to say, whoa, this was really uncomfortable and I need to unpack it. Can you and I have a meet just before session 2 so that I can walk in with a clear head? And for 1 week, and here's the sales pitch, for $150, it's 5 days, the whole week, 3 hours a day, that matches your schedule. I have dedicated my whole week to help you. All you need to do is let me know, hey, I want to take part in this program. Awesome, what's your schedule? Well, I'm available Monday morning, 7 to 10. I'm available Tuesday in the afternoon, 12 to 3. I'm available Wednesday in the morning again. Perfect, another 7 to 10. And then maybe Thursday, you hang out with me for the afternoon, 5 to 8. We set you up with a block that works for you. There are limited seats because each block can only hold 9 people. And because you are doing this from the comfort of your own home, and this is virtual, you don't have to even know who else is in the Zoom call with you, because all you have to do is just click on speaker focus and all you see is me. You don't have to share audibly what you're feeling, because you have access to the secure chat, the secure email, you have access to my phone, you can direct message me. Being virtual and being tech savvy, I have made this accessible to everybody. And so January 23rd, I hope that you can find $150 to invest in yourself, and I guarantee you are going to find a meaningful change and a rapid result in 1 week. If maybe that seems daunting to you, I do the same thing with D&D. I run a program called Find Your Familiar, where it is more involved, and so the investment's a little bit higher. But we do the same program, the Awaken Your True Self, but it's across 8 weeks. And it's a group session with your familiar, we awaken your familiar and we create your character. And you allow yourself through your unconscious mind, through your character, blah, 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 through your character, to experience your unconscious, to answer these questions from a third person point of view. I call it dissociation through creation. Because dissociating yourself from something that is traumatic and being able to experience it from a third party point of view and being able to experience it from a safe space can be easier. And so if maybe the D&D side of things is a lot easier for you, I also run, it's called a familiar breakthrough. And again, you have the group session and then we have a one-on-one session. It is a lot more involved and it's a lot more detailed. It's also a lot more fun. So if you want more information about a familiar breakthrough, I'm not too sure when I'm going to be running the next one, but regardless, if you would like more information on a familiar breakthrough, connect with me. But if you are looking for rapid results, an immediate change, Awaken Your True Self, January 23rd, that is my next program that I'm going live with. I do these streams every morning. If you want to learn more about meditation, Patreons have access to specific meditations. If you're a patron, then you can request a specific guided meditation that I can make for you. As a patron, you have one free session, if you want to call it, with me, where we hang out for 2 hours, if not longer. And you can sit there and you can say, here's what I'm working on. Perfect. And I can point you in the right direction. If you like what you see and you just want to support the stream, you don't need transformational coaching. You just like the meditations. Hit the like button, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button. There's ways to show your support, through YouTube, through Twitch, there's the like, there's subscribe. On YouTube, there's like, subscribe, and by doing that shows me that, you are supporting the cause and I am making a difference in your life. You don't have to do any of those things if you want to be a lurking listener. If you just want to tune in every morning, listen to me ramble about some shit, and then hang out for the meditation portion, or building your shield, or doing some breath work, that's cool too. If you watch the VOD, amazing. Because I can see how many people are watching these videos, and each day I get an alert saying, hey, 22 people watched your video yesterday. That's 22 people that found comfort, that found relaxation, and maybe found some authenticity in themselves that maybe they didn't experience before. And that makes me feel better. That makes me feel that I have done my job for the day. And so, to answer your question, why don't I promote myself more? Because promoting is smarmy, and being authentic is more important to me. It is more important to me to show up in my pajamas with unbrushed hair, because that's who I am. It's important for me to be honest on these streams, because that's who I am. This is me being my authentic self. And my goal is to help you be your authentic self. And to do that, sometimes we need to realize that we didn't even know we were lying. And so we are going to jump into, we're going to release some denial. We haven't released denial for a couple of days. And I think it would be cool to release denial. And then I haven't decided if we want to do yoga nidra or if we want to do the morning meditation. If you have an opinion, if you want to do one more than the other, let me know. If not, I am going to roll my dice, because that's what I do, and we'll see what happens. So, layers of denial. We're going to release the denial that maybe we've been having over the last week. And we are going to clear the denial going into the weekend so we can have a weekend of authenticity. Denial standing for didn't even notice I am lying. Not lying as in, do you have any threes? Go fish. Well, no, see, you have 2 threes. You know, not lying like you're playing a card game. I mean lying that you're not being authentic to yourself. You are not wearing what makes you feel comfortable because maybe you were told that shirt makes you look fat. You know what? Your face makes you look fat. Go fuck yourself. This shirt makes me feel fucking amazing. And so I'm lying to myself by not wearing my favorite shirt. So, let's release some denial. We're going to take our first 2 fingers on each hand. You're going to find your collarbone, and you're going to find that soft spot just underneath your collarbone. And you're just going to do small circles while you take 3 normal calming breaths, keeping your eyes open. And mentally say to yourself, I know what my truth is. Keeping your eyes open, 3 calming breaths. And layer number 2, you're going to take your right hand. You're going to put your fingers on your belly button, and you're going to put your left hand on the mastoid bone just behind your left ear, just underneath where your glasses would sit. You'll find that spot on your ear. And again, 3 breaths while saying, I am willing to speak my truth. Good. Layer number 3, we're going to switch. Left hand, belly button. Right hand, the mastoid bone behind the ear. I am willing to listen and be guided through this process. If I breathe in the microphone, I apologize. Layer number 4, we're going to take our thumb, put it on our third eye, and you're going to wrap your hand over the crown of your head as best you can. This is layer number 4. I am willing to feel my truth. Good. Layer number 5, we're going to switch. The right hand to your belly button and the left hand, third eye. I am willing to see my truth. Eyes open. Amazing. Layer number 6. Sorry, I lost my spot. Layer number 6, we're going to keep our right hand on our belly button, and our left hand, the two fingers, are just going to go to the top of your head, your crown chakra. This is layer number 6. I am willing to accept my truth. With your eyes open, 3 calming breaths. And finally, we're going to switch as we do layer number 7, our left hand on our belly button and our right hand to our crown chakra. I am willing to let this old story go and allow a new truth to flow through. Three calming breaths. Awesome. So now that we have released the denial, now that we have cleared denial that maybe we had been holding on to for the last week, maybe we've even released denial that we're planning on holding on to for the weekend. Let's skip into some yoga nidra. We haven't done any yoga nidra for a while, and I think we need to remind ourselves what our sankalpa is. If you are new to the stream, your sankalpa is a simple and specific resolve that you say in the present tense so that your unconscious carries that with you everywhere you go. My sankalpa right now is I am a successful transformational life coach. My friend's sankalpa is I am happy and healthy. And you say it in the present so that your unconscious allows yourself to carry it through the day. I'm listening for the background music because I don't hear it anymore. Awkward silence is awkward. Okay, well, I will check on that. So with our sankalpa, you say it in a manner that is confident, with resolve, that you mean it, and you say it in the present so that your unconscious carries it with you throughout the rest of the day. That silence is really bothering me. I am sorry, I'm going to turn my feed down so I don't hear it anymore. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at something very quickly. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So, I invite you now to close your eyes. Get comfortable. Take that drink of coffee milk juice. Maybe finish that last bite of cereal, toast, bagel, breakfast sandwich. Close your eyes and do a mental inventory of how you feel. And take a check to see if there's any pieces of clothing that may be too tight, may be distracting, maybe you need to fix your pillow, just make sure that you'll be able to not be disturbed for the next 10-15 minutes or so as we practice Yoga Nidra. Adjust anything, maybe your wristwatch or maybe your shirt or your blanket. As you let yourself settle, release any tightness in your joints and muscles. Unclench your jaw. Allow yourself to surrender your body to the floor. Allow the music to guide your unconscious where it wants to go. Picture the space of relaxation that your unconscious has created. And mentally repeat to yourself 3 times your Sankalpa with confidence and conviction. If you don't have a Sankalpa right now, just mentally repeat, I am happy and healthy. Confidence. As we rotate your awareness through the body, I invite you to visualize mentally, feel mentally the body part, and feel physically the positive energy surrounding it. This can be any mental picture that you wish to give it. It can be the morning rays of the sun. It can be the electric blue of your shield. Mentally picture the body part. Mentally feel the energy surrounding it. And physically feel the relaxation. Right hand thumb. First finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, all 4 fingers and thumb together, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, side, hip, thigh, knee, shin, ankle, heel, top of the foot, bottom of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, all 5 toes together, the whole right side, the whole right side. Mentally picture the whole right side covered in unconditional love and energy, surrendered to the floor. I invite you to bring your awareness to your left hand thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, all 4 fingers and thumb together, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, side, hip, thigh, knee, shin, ankle, heel, top of the foot, bottom of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, all 5 toes together, the whole left side, the whole left side. Mentally picture the whole left side covered in pure, unconditional love and light. Surrender your left side to the floor. I invite you now to bring your awareness to the back. Back of the head, neck, shoulders, shoulder blades, center of the back, lower back, right buttock, left buttock, right calf muscle, left calf muscle. Bring your awareness to all the contact points of your body against the floor and surrender it. Feeling all the negative energies flowing out of you into those contact points, into the floor, and out of the room. And feel the energies of pure, unconditional love surrounding your whole back. Bring awareness to the top of your head, forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, right temple, left temple, bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, right nostril, left nostril, upper lip, bottom lip, chin, throat, chest, abdomen, lower abdomen, the whole front, the whole front. Mentally bring awareness to all of the positive light and energy of unconditional love surrounding your entire front. And allow that energy to wrap around your entire body and bring your awareness to the whole body. The whole body. The whole body. Here in this state of relaxation, repeat to yourself mentally 3 times your Sankalpa with confidence and conviction. Slowly bring your awareness to your conscious. Become aware of your surroundings, the sounds of the room that you're in, the sounds of the neighboring room, the energies of those around you, your pets, your family, the sounds outside. Slowly begin to move your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles, and allow yourself one full body stretch. And this completes the practice of Yoga Nidra. As always, I want to thank you for joining me today and this morning for another day of motivation and meditation and coffee with Kat. I hope that you found this inspiring, and I also hope that this will allow you to go into your weekend with more confidence and more authenticity. Again, I do not work a conventional schedule because you do not work a conventional schedule, so I am available on the weekends. If you suddenly have the spur of, you know what, I've thought about it, I've been watching this video on demand, and I am going to reach out to Kat right now. If it's 8 o'clock at night and you reach out to me, you might not get a full response, but you will get a response. Because I want you to know that no matter when you reach out, I will always be there. So, I hope that going into the weekend, you are authentic, that you have the confidence you need to be your true self. And I also want to thank you for joining me for, I'm pretty sure we're at week 6 completed, or week 5 completed, of streaming. You know, I want to thank you for actively choosing to join me every morning, opposed to watching the news or cruising the socials or doing whatever it is that you normally used to do. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. As always, I'm going to let the music run for a few more moments just so you can continue this moment of Zen. You can continue to reflect on anything that you feel that you want to look deeper into. In Dungeons & Dragons, when a player uses the help action, the other player gets to roll with advantage. So let me use the help action to help you live with advantage.